Yo, are you ready to talk about the part of fortune in the 11th house in your natal birth chart? Did you have a hard time getting along with all your friends' groups? Hey, what's up, people? It's Eric Taylor, BigEAstro, and I'm back today continuing my Part of Fortune house series. Part of Fortune through all 12 houses, and today we're in Once's house. Once's house. 11, baby. Part of Fortune in the 11th house. So let's break down the Part of Fortune, then the 11th house, and then mush it and merge it all together. And you know houses 3, 6, 10, and 11, they get better over time. Kind of like the Part of Fortune. So Part of Fortune is an energy that can be challenging early on in your life, and you have to kind of cultivate it and let it develop and grow. And you can receive spiritual and or financial blessings usually around the age of 30, or in this case, even 34, 22. But, you know, I'd say 34, maybe 46 years old, okay? So what is the Part of Fortune? Well, it's this like harmonic point that's calculated by the sun, moon, and rising, whether you have a day or a night chart. So when you put it in, it comes in automatically on all the Astro Seek and Cafe Astrology and my favorite, Astro.com. And it's a beneficial energy to really understand, because where, for example, the 11th house is your hopes, dreams, and wishes, right? It's gold, wild, exotic animals. It's a second house that we can look at for your health besides the 6th house, right? Because it's 6 from the 6th. The 11th house is your father's siblings, so the auntie and uncle through papa, right? 11th house is stepchildren. It's gold. It's hopes, dreams, and wishes. It's the mansion, the Bugatti, the Ferrari, the Rolls Royce, and the Bentley, all that good stuff. The 11th house, we have stepchildren. We also have your older siblings in the 11th house. Astrology, aliens, UFOs, philanthropic work, nonprofit, environmental work. Okay? The 11th house are the groups and organizations that you may join and become a part of. And it is the same groups that you can find over the internet. And the 11th house is your social network. Kind of like the friends from work that can help you support the career, get that job, promotion, or network with, things like that. So if you have the Part of Fortune in your 11th house in a natal birth chart, comment down below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. Everything's growing, about to hit 8,000, so I'm in great gratitude and just ready to continue to have an amazing 2024 here on BigEAstro on YouTube, and of course an amazing 2025 and way beyond. I'm here forever, ever. So, well, you know, let's break it down, right? You tell me the sign you have it in the 11th house, and I can give you some great detail of how it can actually play out in the natal birth chart. And go to BigEAstrology.com. You could book a Big 3 or a Big 4 reading, and in there, I break down the Part of Fortune. Big 3 is Sun, Moon, Rising, Part of Fortune. Big 4 is Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, South Node, Part of Fortune. So it's kind of like the Big 6. Okay, but so what could happen is that around the age 30, or like I said, 34, you may start to have some ease or blessings when you are networking with groups. If you have Gemini here, right, or even Libra, you could be a social butterfly, and groups and organizations you may lead or you could be a part of, or you may wind up heading a nonprofit or starting your own, right? This you could see in 11th house. But that's interesting because in childhood, you may have issues being in groups. You know, may join like a football league or a baseball, basketball league, and you're like the kid on the team that nobody talks to. Or in school, you want to join theater, but you get ostracized and nobody wants to hang out with you. Nobody wants to play with you in kickball, right? You go to the library, you sit all alone. this is where you also, as a child, can have some serious issues with your aunt and uncle or your older sibling. So eventually that will get easier. I promise. I really do. Okay. And then this is where, the sign can flavor where part of fortune in Scorpio here, you may really be into the esoteric and occult knowledge and teach breath work or yoga or astrology or human design, right? Or soul contract readings over the internet. If you have the part of fortune in Scorpio here, or even in Pisces, right? You could be in Cancer or Taurus. You may be in a real estate or banking class or group, or just network with people and you receive a lot of benefits. Or you could actually be in some real estate group or gardening or a chef group where you're like this dynamic chef and you teach classes over the internet. Now, everything doesn't have to revolve around the internet here, but your spiritual and or financial blessings can come through the lens of you achieving things through groups and organizations, through your older siblings, social networks, through your aunt and uncle, or you doing it yourself, right? Your hopes, dreams, and wishes. So that's why it could be 30, 34, 46, 58, right? 70. So you may find also that you just have this deep spiritual connection, right? It's like you have Virgo and you just are always, you're looking out for your older sibling and they're looking out for you. And it's just this perfect simpatico and you got each other's backs. Maybe you're into nutrition and you got Virgo here, right? Sagittarius, you could work for an airline, right? Or even Aquarius, you could work for Sagittarius, Aquarius here, part of fortune. You can find blessings in planning trips, right? Or you could be a trip coordinator or an event planner, right? With Aquarius, Libra, different placements. So it just really depends. The sign will kind of give you more detailed nuance and flavor. It's that flavor in your ear, to how this energy can play out. And don't get it twisted, right? It can be the part of fortune, sometimes called the lot of fortune. It's not always a financial blessing. That's what I really want to get honed in, even though I've kind of explained that in the previous 10 houses. You heard me? But seriously, it can be a spiritual blessing. You may have just, at 34, you may have just found out you actually had an older sibling. You may get married 34, 46 and have a stepchild. And it becomes such a spiritual gift and they take your name and stuff like that. My part of fortune's not there, but I have a stepson and he took my last name. So you know what I mean? But those are the types of things that you can quite literally see play out in the 11th house, right? You may, let's say if you have Capricorn here, you may start a business with their older sibling or just, reach the zenith, reach the CEO, CFO, right? You get huge promotions and maybe through the groups and organizations you network. And let's say if it's Capricorn, maybe Taurus, you get into politics because the 11th house, I forgot to mention, can also be the president, vice president, Congress, Senate, right? Remember, 5th house, political discussion and debate. The 10th house is the government. The 11th house is actually the government officials. It's the politicians, okay? So, you could see that here, with a myriad of different placements because you also want to see what's opposing it in the 5th house, right? What's trining it in the 3rd and the 7th. And then in the conjunction between 0 and 10 degrees, let's say your part of fortune's at 11 degrees. Well, what's there between 11 and 21 or 11 and 0? Zero. Robert De Niro. Okay? So, you can really, you can ascertain and really learn a lot from this placement. I think what's really important, if it is conjunct a major like Mercury, Sun, or Moon, the Moon can like impregnate it. So the emotions of that sign can play out in your spiritual and or financial blessings as well. All right. So that's something to consider. You can definitely see some things with the square to the second or the eighth, some challenges. You'd like a 0 to 3 at the most, 5-degree orb. But you can even see like a 5 to 7. I don't like to go too past that degree orb with a trine to the third and the seventh. Blessings or financial or spiritual blessings in the relationships, or with your younger siblings and the adult relationship with your mom, local community, social media. But you can have some serious success over the internet. You could be a motivational speaker here with Aries or Taurus. Even Leo. You may be the manager. You could be an agent, or the manager of, agents and stuff like that, a sports agent, Sagittarius, Leo, or you could be an agent for actors and actresses, PR work. You could see that here as well, depending on the sign. So definitely comment down below. I hope you've enjoyed this Part of Fortune house series as we get ready to wind it down. And I'm going to finish up my series in the signs. I just put up Ceres and Sagittarius the other day, so I'll be getting that done as soon as I finish up this Part of Fortune, and then we'll see what's next. I'm going to get back to some of my aspect series and get back to some famous celebrity birth charts of people that have passed away. There's some good ones that I have not gotten to yet, but I didn't forget, and I will definitely get to them. So Part of Fortune in 11th house, hey, connect with your groups and social network. Right? You don't have to be a lone wolf. Connect with your older siblings, your aunt and uncle from, tu padre, and just see what's happening. And, just know that you are not alone. E is here with you, bringing you astrology the way that it should be done. All right? So I'm having some fun. Shout out to the king of pop, picky pop, MJ, right? But Part of Fortune in the 11th house. This could indicate some extreme wealth, depending on the placements here. If it was conjunct Jupiter or Venus or something, you could have some real Bugatti, right? I don't even want to say Tesla. Don't be wasting your money on that stuff. Ferrari, all that stuff. Good old-fashioned Mercedes-Benz. Keep it classy. All right. So Part of Fortune, 11th house. Thank you for watching. I hope this resonates with you. I gave you examples, I think, pretty much of all 12 signs. And, really let me know what you have there, the sign and aspects, and maybe just go to BigEAstrology.com and get it interpreted and broken down in great detail. All right, these are audio charts. I send you the MP3, super informative. You get videos and you get the detailed breakdown and analysis of your sun, moon, rising with the big three and Part of Fortune, and any major aspects to it as well. All right, Part of Fortune, 11th house. Adios, BigEAstrology. Peace.